Very good day, everyone. This is Vijeta Shastri here from TiE Bangalore. A very interesting conversation with amazing people. This is the Cyro Spotlight series. And today we have a very, very interesting and a unique person. And I would love to give a very nice, short, crisp intro to Pritesh. So Pritesh Patel is primarily a family man, very important. And before being a skilled professional in the IT sales and business growth sectors, he has more than 18 years of work experience, during which he has digitized business accounting systems for SMEs, MSMEs, and of course, what else does he do? Well, he has been a VP for India and international business at Marg ERP Limited, and right now he is also doing a lot of work with making sure that leading GST billing and accounting software company for SMEs that he did at Marg has actually led him now to be part of a very unique and interesting company called Cashfree. Now, what would you like to say about Cashfree and what is he doing that? But before that, we must understand this about Pritesh. He very clearly and strongly believes that our network is our net worth, and believe me, I also agree with that. He was once a talented cricketer, but today, due to his impressive net run rate, that's interesting. In the business field, Pritesh Patel is a director of Cashfree Payments and also a very dedicated specialist working relentlessly towards ensuring a digital check-free and cashless economy for our country, that is our wonderful India. So Pritesh, it is an honor and privilege for me to be in conversation with you, and welcome to the Cyro Spotlight series.
Thanks, Vijeta, and thanks the Cyro team, I think, who made this possible. Pleasure to be here.
Yes, so I think we have researched you and stalked you and created something very different, and I'm glad that you liked it as well. So fantastic. So getting into the conversation, Pritesh, first, let us start with this. Kindly familiarize our audiences with Cashfree and its functions. How did it start, and what are the compelling reasons behind it? Over to you.
Thanks, Vijay. So, first is, I think Cashfree itself is an interesting name, right? Whenever you hear Cashfree, you really want to hooked on it, because everybody want to really get away with the subject called cash in terms of having any trouble in their life, right? So, Cashfree Payment as a company is a complete online payment and API banking technology platform. So this platform offers you, like, businesses a fastest, most seamless way to collect their money, disburse money. So when we say collect and disburses, let's say businesses do two important things or two key elements in their business, right? They collect money and they send out money from their own pockets to maybe suppliers, maybe creditors, maybe debtors, right? So these are two important pieces in the business. So we ensure this happens at scale. We ensure it happens seamlessly. And the products which we have is like payment gateways are our product, payout is our flagship product, marketplace settlement is something which we do. Cashgram is, I will speak about Cashgram further also. Subscription is something which we do, wherein the way you do your Netflix, Hotstar, other OTT platform subscriptions, so that can be managed. Bank account verification. Interestingly, we got a UPI stack. Instant refunds, global payouts. So these are all product which is built on the platform and which really offers an ease of life for the businesses to collect and disburse their money. And we started in 2015 to digitize the offline COD. If you remember, like 2015, majority of trade used to happen on COD, right? The e-commerce orders are getting processed on COD. So we taken that as a use case, and we started working with restaurants, e-commerce. And that was starting point for Cashfree to build a platform. In the latter stage, we built the complete payment stack. And I think now it is at the massive scale. Over to you, Vijeta. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you very much, Pritesh. So the next question that I would love for you to answer for our audience, of course, is that many times there's a confusion in the minds of many between a payment gateway and an online payment enabler. So you are an expert on this. So could you kind of very crisply explain to us what is the difference between the two? Over to you.
Absolutely. So Vijeta, see, Reserve Bank of India is the primary enabler for all the digital payments in India, right? So from the basic conceptualization to execution, investment in knowledge, technology for payment systems. This is something which is actually getting evolved from RBI, right? And they are the one who are really the payment enabler in this country. They are the one who rather put in the framework which helps to build the technologies around it. So in my mind, Reserve Bank of India is the payment enabler for the country, right? And then India, like we all follow a bank-led model, right? So it is connected, tightly integrated with the banking platforms first. So payment system operations actually been built along with regulator, which is RBI, and with the banks. Then we come in play where we build technologies around this, and then we actually take these technologies further. So, in a nutshell, that RBI is the real payment enabler. Then it goes to a bank-led model, and therein we come in place where we build more robust technologies around it, right? And those been made more easy to access. It helps easy to adoption. We create innovation, quality of infrastructure. This is what getting built up from us. So we have an extended arm to get into the enablement part is concerned. So the dual model is followed in India, right? The trust that has been built by bank and the innovation which has been built by non-bank or the digital players like us. While Cashfree is bringing all these services on one platform, right? You are connecting RBI, you are connecting bank, you are connecting NPCI, you are connecting the UPI, B2B players, right? All of this is getting available on one platform, right? Because these are separate entities, operate independently, getting them on one platform and ensuring the seamless adoption happens, followed by the seamless scale management is there. So I hope I'm able to answer you, Vijeta. I think over to you.
Perfect. Thank you very, very much, Ritesh. That was very articulate. So the next thing that we would like to understand from you is Cashfree, and tell us about your company's technical enterprise and how do you make sure that you keep your systems and processes updated, secure, and in tune with the very demanding market needs that is happening right now. Over to you.
Thanks. So see, I think it is. This question is a really wonderful one because it really helped me to tell you how what Cashfree is evolving with, right? So we process billions of dollars through our system every year. Millions of financial transactions are getting processed every day, and we work on a super interesting stuff like solving complex problem at the high scale with the latest tech, right? When you solve a complex problem with the simple tech and it started giving you the scale, that is something which really gives us kick, right? We provide full stack payment solution in enabling businesses in India to collect payments, make payouts via all available methods. So because with the evolving technology, with evolving options, now it is not only about NEFT or RTGS or IMPS, right? It starts with your credit cards, debit card, wallets. It goes to your uh, Diners card. So the stack has become so long, and we ensure all of this get integrated. And Cashfree has leveraged the technology to lead the disbursal in India, right? Today also, when I say disbursal, I'm talking about payment. And today also we are the highest payment processor in the country in terms of disbursement systems. And we enabled 1 lakh businesses for payment collection, vendor payout, wage payout, bulk refund, expense reimbursement, loyalty and rewards, right? And here's the scale which we operate currently. If I can give you certain numbers, I think that will help. Like 100 of crore rupees move through cash-free payments every day. Millions of transactions are processed on cash-free payment gateway and payouts, right? There are two stacks which we operate. At our peak, we have seen when the peak is come, we manage 1 million transactions per minute. So we have seen many events in this country which happens, right? Where payment movement is very, very robust. If you take month end, if you take games, if you take any specific activities of loan disbursement, which happens 31st March is the highest. So we seen in a minute, we process 1 million transactions, and we support 1K plus transaction per second on some payment API, one of the highest in the industry. If you take this as a scale to measure, this is one of the best it will come. And I think last year we processed over around 20 billion through our platform, which is something consistently growing. And we have built capabilities to support 100x scale of what we are processing today. So, because if you take payments, once you start growing, you always need to keep increasing your capacity, because if you are not able to manage capacity, then you fail. And once you fail, you'll be out, because that trust is an element. The sustainability is an element, is very, very important, which we call in terms of stability. We are among the best in the world. In terms of maintenance, we got a shortest possible time. And we are using world-class infra. We are hosted at AWS. use a lot of managed services, which allows us to focus on delivering great impact and solution for customers. And more importantly, the customer centricity around this makes us more different. So over to you, Vijeta. I hope this helps.
It has been very helpful. And, as you said, trust is important. And also the kind of data that you shared just shows how incredibly well Cashfree is doing, and more power to your growth as well, Pritesh. Okay. So ultimately, it's all about customers, right? So who are your ideal customers? What can you just give us some examples and share some more information around these?
Absolutely. I'll be happy to share on this. Like Cashfree Payments has got 16 products which is built on the collection side and the payment side, right? So we have product like payment links. Let's say it is enabling all the SMBs to collect payment. It is as simple like a SMB is booking an invoice. Along with the invoice, it is sending a payment link and collecting money. It is meant for small online retailers also. It doesn't need a bigger infra. So this product is largely focused on SMEs. And people who don't have website, they can even use payment links. Then we got a product like payment gateway and payout, which is focused on enterprise, like e-commerce. Mantra is our customer, Nykaa is our customer, right? So we have been servicing them since long. Grofers, we have been servicing them. If you talk about BFSI, insurance and lending companies like Apollo Finserv, IndieFi, we have been tied up with them. And these are some platforms which are critical for us. And then comes to education platform, which we have been working with. We got Edukemi with us. We got Patliputra University with us. There are many universities which is consistently coming on. And then the last, which is critical, D2C companies to help them to process their refunds. Even without knowing the customer bank details, with only mobile and other details, we could able to process the records. This is something very, very unique, and this is more and more seamless. So I hope this will help you to understand where Cashfree is actually pitching in, and which are largely the important customers are.
Fantastic. Yeah. Thank you so much, Pritesh. Very, very nicely said. And yes, there has been so much of things happening in our country over the last 2 years. So coming to that, right? There was this the COVID, the pandemic situation that happened. There must have been a lot of situations, surges, etc., etc. So if you'd like to give us some stories around what's been happening, what it is, the role that you all played, resolutions that you all did, I'm sure it's going to be very, very interesting. So go for it, Pritesh.
Absolutely. I think Corona, we all are saying, right? COVID has taught us a lot. But if you take business side also, it really added in many ways to address challenges, also to make us more stronger, being an individual also, being an organization also. And Cashfree's majorly growth, as I said to you, we still process 50% of India's payouts. So that always driven our growth. And it bulk disbursement of payouts is really been gone phenomenal in last year. According to Akash is our founder, it is used by 500 businesses to process vendor payment, refunds, pay wages, disburse loan, reimburse expenses, and more. Like more than 30 million bank accounts have received a payment via payout, which is something unique. I'm pretty sure you must be feeling zap about it, but it is what we have been doing. And one of the Cashfree's early offering was solving for bulk payout, which is offered. It has a very competitive advantage because the stack itself is so unique and so robust. Many of our competitors even not able to go there. They're not even able to reach near to us. And they have realized that earlier. Merchant has an automated way of collecting payment, but disbursal were largely manual, right? If you see overall payment which is happening in terms of payouts is always remained manual. So paying back to customer, paying back to vendors, it remained time consuming. But because of the scenario which got created in the lockdown, payment processing via digital has increased, and we added to that. We started managing 30 million bank account during this period is a clear example where the growth has gone up and how we were able to manage the large volumes also. Yeah. Over to you, Vijay.
Thank you very much, Pritesh. Amazing stories. Okay, great. So the other aspect that we would love to understand from you, you talked about the kind of clients that you have. So according to your experiences, what is the kind of services that is most valued by your clients? and of course the end consumers when it comes to online payments. We would love to hear more about that, Pritesh. Thank you.
Yeah. Absolutely without any question, it is payout and bulk payout. If you are making payments to your hundred of merchants, if you are making payment of your employees, so bulk payout is something which is largely appreciated because it really makes your manual process to an automation, right? So let's say a company wanted to pay to 1,000 employees and they sets on Excel sheet, and finally that Excel sheet has been checked 3 times, and then it is actually reaching to bank, or you're uploading to bank, and then you're making a payment. So like you got a manual payroll system, you got a Excel sheet which has been came out of that payroll system, they are working on it, and finally that Excel sheet is moving to your bank. So if you see how many interventions are there, and the possibilities of mistakes are more, right? So payout is such product. Once you consume our APIs with your payroll system, you could able to make payout from there and there itself. You are not required to go out or create a different Excel sheet or need to give a different instruction to a bank. So that is something which is largely appreciated by most of our customers. And if you see, most importantly, the dashboard which we created to showcase the refund, how the refund happened, how much refund is happened, the clarity has been largely used by customer, and they valued it because that is available on the tip of their mobile. They can just go and see what has happened across. And if there is any discrepancies also, immediately they could raise a ticket and that could get solved in a very shortest turnaround time. So this is something which is really been appreciated, because if there is a transaction which has been put into action, is it completed or not? That clarity is something which is provided by our dashboard is flawless, and that is something very well appreciated by our most of merchants. Over to you, Vijay.
Okay, fantastic, Pritesh. Beautiful. So, Pritesh, of course, we always say that nothing happens standalone. You have your team, you have your people, and of course, you have your clients and consumers, and you have your partners. So, what do these partnerships really mean for you? How does it benefit your, users and of course your clients? So, can you just throw some light around that, please, Pritesh? Over to you.
Vijay, see, I think this is called partnership, right? Saigo and Cashfree among the very closest partnership, where we work along with them to ensure their customers are remain happy with many things. They work along with us to ensure that our customer is being offered better services, and this is what the current world is, right? I will not even say partnership; it is a collaboration which is ensuring the customer is getting a services all offering at one place, and they to be seamlessly, right? And this is something is very important for us, and I think that partnership has brought into me also on this platform. So that's the way it is. They all creating synergies, and our entire partnership program offer robust payment solution to their clients. Like let's say I partnered with someone, I offer a robust solution, but it's not only that. We also offer a fantastic commission which is at par with the industry. More than that, it is about, if let's say there is a partnership with lending company and they're lending money to MSMEs, we help them to even identify MSMEs in our qualified list also. Because that's how it works, right? If I contribute to you and you contribute to me, then it is possible that we go lost. So our partnership is based on GTM. Our partnership is not based on agreements. If we partnered with any company, we formulate a go-to-market plan which is dedicated to a customer or merchant. Accordingly, we get into activities which help us to reach out to those merchants. And it is not only for us, it is for our partner also. So it's more a personalized GTM approach which we follow, and that is getting more appreciated by the industry, because if you see the overall partnership framework, it remained to be a framework of appreciation. Like, let's say I came to Saigo, I signed up the partnership. Company will appreciate me for signing a partnership, but we are not following that model. We want that partnership should to translate into go-to-market plan, and that should get into execution, and we could able to measure it. So another thing is, because payment is critical and you need a capacity which can really be easily available to customer disposable, that makes the entire proposition robust, right? Going along with the team which is hired by the company is one way of expansion, but I think partnership is a robust one. Partnership is the one which we have been focusing a lot now. You will see there are many initiatives coming from us to reach out to more partners across. using this platform, even I would like to appeal people around, they can definitely connect us. We will be happy to have partnership program done along with them. Over to you, Vijay.
Thank you so much, Pritesh. You captured this really beautifully. So now, Pritesh, this is a question that I have for you on behalf of the audience. Okay, 2022, we're in March. And you use the word innovation. So first part is, what are the innovations that are going to be expected from you? And the second is, of course, there's so much happening in around this industry. Any announcements, anything else that you see that is happening that you would like to share with us about cash free and what you're proposing to do with the year? Please go ahead.
Okay. So I will talk about what we are trying to do, because one product which is exciting to the entire company, and I have been listening to Akash and Riju also about it, is banking as service, right? So on a very simple note, any company having a stack can enable banking as well as all our services in a single click on their platform. So they will not require to do too much of it. They just need to take our banking as service stack, enable it on their platform, and all our 16 product will be enabled for them. So there'll be no effort will require to absorb our services. It will be very easy. So, and that will make them also easy to consume and offer to their merchants also. So this is called BaaS, which we have been calling banking as service. It is something we have been focusing more on. Second is, we all know how the retail perform, right? We go to retail, we make payment through QR code, but there's a physical instrument which is quite a lot involved there. We are working on ePOS. We have been talking a lot on ePOS because your mobile is there. You can put a static QR code, you can put a dynamic QR code, you can keep collecting money without putting much on the hardware side. That is the second thing which we have been focusing a lot, because India is a massive market with retail, and that can be enabled with ePOS, where handheld devices, their own devices can be utilized rather than buying anything new. These are the two things, Vijay, we have been focusing a lot, and I think we are betting very high on them. Over to you, Vijay.
Fantastic, Pritesh, and of course, all the very best to you and your team. So now, Pritesh, as we draw to a close of this very interesting conversation, your personal views. You have been in this business for a long time. You have a lot of experience, expertise, and you're day in, day out working with so many people. So I'd love to hear a little bit about that from you. And what are the trends that you see? Because I think the digital payment ecosystem is growing by the day. So what do you see? And if there's anything that you would like to share with the fellow entrepreneurs, our startups, the audience, happy to know more about it. Over to you, Pritesh.
Thank you. I think when you say personal views, that really helps, right? That makes you more comfortable as well. So I think this is the right time. Yesterday, I hope everybody must have read the news that RBI has launched the feature-based payment processing, right? And the cap has been 500 rupees. But that itself shows the majority of population, which is around 45% of our population, is using featured phone. And there is an effort which is going on. And then the effort is not only from startups or the payment processor like us. The effort is going from the regulatory authorities like RBI, even NPCI participating, government is coming across. Second data point I want to give it to you is UPI processing, which happened, right? UPI transaction, which is already crossed 6 lakh crore. So every month, India is processing UPI transaction, which is more than 6 lakh crore. Third is UPI is becoming international. So I personally, if you see, I think we would be offering something unique to the entire world now, where UPI will be used by many of the countries, and our technology is becoming a global technology, and it is already started, right? Nepal is accepting it, Sri Lanka is already getting into it, Dubai, we have been talking to UAE and other countries. So I believe the way world look like, I will not even talk about global, we will have a deeper footprint while processing the world payment and the digital economy that can be seen. And there are a lot to see, right? Because I was hearing to Mr. Narendra Modi also, he said 3 years back, many people have been laughing on me saying how this could be possible when internet is not even coming to a normal places, how you process payments. And today India is processing around 5 lakh plus crore on UPI itself. So I think that transition has become very fast, and 5G around the corner. This will make the overall infra very, very absorptive, right? And the effort towards making featured phone also processing payment, also showing an indication that the population which never had a digital as a connect, is coming in place. E-Rupee as an effort from government side is also going to add that, right? So overall, if you connect all these dots, I believe the speed of digitalization, which used to be like 5 years to 10 years, it will convert into days now. It might convert into like 360 days to 700 days. That's the way we are going now. So that seems to be very good for all of us. That seems to be very good for the economy to translate. We have been talking about to become a 5 trillion economy, and this is very important factor into it. So I've been I'm finding it very promising, encouraging, and I think that that's something makes you, that something gives you more kick to work. Over to you, Vijeta.
Thank you, Pritesh. As a leader in our digital economy and the innovations that you're leading at Cashfree, along with your team and your founders, I think this is very inspiring. Thank you so much for a really interesting conversation. And I think what we will do is a few months from now, we must come back and listen to you as to what exactly has happened and the progress. So this has been wonderful for us. Thank you so much, Pritesh. And let me just give a thank you to our audience as well. This is Vijeta signing off. The Cyro Spotlight series, where we want to bring in leaders, we want to bring in experts, e-commerce, cash-free economy. Of course, the very fact that cash-free is it's a beautiful name, by the way, Pritesh. Nice that you managed to get it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fantastic. And I think, it's really wonderful what you're doing. Best wishes. And thank you, everyone. And of course, to the Cyro Spotlight team to bring this series together. And to you, Pritesh, you were wonderful, very articulate, and very, very well researched and passionate about what you're doing. Thank you, and more power to you and your team. Thank you.
I think I even want to thank Vijeta. I think you made the entire conversation more easier and interesting for me and the entire Cyro Spotlight team, because such platform really help you to even articulate and put across your thoughts, so which even reinforce certain confidence and belief also, right? So thank you very much for calling me here. It has been an interesting time. Pleasure talking.
It's been an absolute honor and privilege for me too, Pritesh. Thank you and take care now. Bye-bye.
Thank you.